guys, welcome to the Master Passive Income Coaching Sessions. My name is Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you learn how to quit that JOB and never work that JOB, that just over broke job, again. Now, these are the Master Passive Income Coaching Sessions where I'm going to be teaching you specific topics on top of the normal podcast. I want to just give you as much information so you can be successful in your real estate investing. Okay, now let's jump into today's session and see what we're going to learn about today. I want to share with you how I, as a beginner, would start investing in real estate with very, very little money. And after the 30 plus properties that I personally bought and own and have as rental properties that make me $250 or more in passive income, each one makes me $250 more in passive income, I've learned a lot. But what I've really learned, as well as my teaching and coaching my students in their Real Estate Wealth Builders membership, is that you can absolutely and should absolutely start investing even if you have very low money. Now, I will say this is not a no and low money down strategy or deal or anything like that. This is actually something that everybody can do, literally do. It's not that hard. So, hey guys, my name is Dustin Heiner with Master Passive Income. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I really want to get you great real estate investing content so you can learn how to invest in real estate rental properties and quit that JOB, that just over broke job, like I did when I was 37 years old. Now, here's a strategy that I would personally use if I had to start all over again. I would buy my first house to live in. I would buy my first house to live in and not worry about buying a rental property. This is what I would do. If I was renting a house or living in an apartment, I would buy my first house. Now, here's the catch though. I would literally put 3.5% down, which is an FHA loan. The FHA loan is a Federal Housing Administration loan. Now, this Federal Housing Administration loan is so fantastic that if you're buying a $200,000 house, 3.5% of $200,000 is only $7,000. Now, I could work really hard, really hard, save up $7,000. I'd even drive for Uber or Uber Eats or, I'd do something to make extra income to save up that $7,000. Then I would find a $200,000 house. Then I would buy it with an FHA loan, a Federal Housing Administration loan, and only put 3.5% down. That's only $7,000. Now, from that, what's amazing is you have to live in that property for a year, but then you can move out and then rent out that property. So there are a couple caveats I'm going to tell you about this. Now, as we're investing, we invest for passive income. So as we're buying the property, you definitely need to buy it right. So in the description, I have a free course on how to actually do this business, find properties, funding the properties, get other people to manage the properties, how to do it right, how to not lose money. I show you how to do that. Check the description, masterpassiveincome.com/free course. It's in the description. I want to give it to you absolutely for free because I wanted you to get started. But this is what happens with an FHA loan. There's two little caveats. Number one, you actually have to live in the house for a year. Okay, oh well, I needed to move out of my apartment or this rental house. That's great. I get to live in that house for a year. Keep learning about real estate. Maybe join my Real Estate Wealth Builders membership where I teach you. I have 5 different courses in there. We have group coaching. We have a community. We have mentorships. We have all that great stuff where I can show you how to do that. Again, it's in the description below. But what happens is after that entire year, you can do a couple things. Number one, you can refinance that property, get it out of the FHA loan into a conventional loan, which is my suggested option, or just wait until after a year. Then you can move out and then rent out that property and make money in passive income. Now, this is what I would do. I would literally live in there for a year, but in the meantime, I would learn as well as refinance the property. If I refinance it and actually put the mortgage in a conventional loan, it's a conventional loan where it's not an FHA loan, I would then have the ability to buy another house with an FHA loan. Doesn't that sound amazing? You can buy another house with 3.5% down. Now, the caveat is you have to move into the next property, which is fine. Let's say you live in a house for 8 months, and at the 8th month, you refinance it, get into a conventional loan, and you're realizing, you know what? I want to buy another house. I'm going to move up into a bigger, better house. I'm going to move out of this one. You've already refinanced it. You then buy the second house with the FHA loan because you can only have one FHA loan on yourself at a time. And so you refinance it. Now you freed up that slot for an FHA loan. You buy the second house with an FHA loan and only put 3.5% down. Move into that one. And then this first house, that is renting out, making you money. Then you do it again. Then you do it a third time. And then you finally do it to where you have a fourth property. Keep doing that over and over again. Now, it would take time, 4 or 5 years, But 4 or 5 years to only put 3.5% down, that is so great. Now, here's a little pro tip I want to give you. The 3.5% down for the FHA loan, it only is allowed up to 4 mortgages. You can only have 4 mortgages with an FHA loan or go through this process, but here's what I would do. I would personally have 4 mortgages on myself. I would go through 4 different mortgages and do the exact same process, everything, but then my spouse, I would not have her on my mortgages. I would have her get her own mortgage. So over time, we buy the next house. And so we get the 5th and 6th and the 7th and the 8th house over and over again, utilizing her credit, her FHA slot. And so effectively, we could potentially have 8 properties that have gone through the FHA loan process. Now, we definitely can do that and then grow the business even more because we're making a lot in passive income. But do that over and over again. Imagine in 8 years having 8 properties that make you passive income. Now, there are some other things about laws and stuff. Talk to the mortgage broker. They're going to be the one to walk you through how to do that. But 3.5% down to buy a rental property, I think it's a no-brainer. This is absolutely what I would do. In fact, I would even buy a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex and house hack, which is I buy a house with an FHA loan. I move into a duplex. I live in one unit and rent out that second unit, and I live rent-free. In fact, 2 of my students have literally just done this in the last week, where they bought a duplex, moving into it, and the other tenant on the other duplex or the other unit is paying them to live in that house, and they're not paying a mortgage. They don't have a mortgage because the tenant is paying that mortgage. So that's how I would get started. I would house hack, I would use FHA loan and keep doing it over and over again. You guys are awesome. Again, subscribe. I want to show you guys how to invest in real estate and quit your JOB. All right, guys, we'll see you.